Hello and welcome to my first ever building tutorial. I've made a few building videos before, but this is the first one where I'm actually showing you guys how to build it step by step. So I'll give you some general tips, but this is more just going to be a video of place this block, place that block, and I hope you enjoy the final build. So to start off with, these are the materials you'll need to build it. There's two things quickly. If you don't want to get all the chains, then the minimum you need is 12 because that's the literal railing for the tower at the end. And also if you can't get a nether brick wall for some reason, like for some reason you haven't been to the nether yet, you can use deep slate because it just has to match up with dark oak. So this is the best option, but if you can't get it, then deep slate is the best. Also, if you can't get heaps of lanterns, then you can just use torches, but lanterns look infinitely better than torches, I'm just gonna say. So now that you've got all the materials, let's get to building. So for the amount of space you'll need for the build, you only need a 7x7 area like this, but keep in mind that it does get bigger at the top. So if you're building it in an enclosed space for some reason, I don't know why you do that, then just remember that it gets bigger at the top, like 30 blocks up. So the first step is if you get your spruce, you are going to make a 3x3 space in the middle of the area you're going to build your tower, just like this. So this is going to be the very center of our tower. And then on each side, you're going to build 3 blocks, 1 block away from the square, like this. So now whichever side you want your entrance to be on, so for me it's going to be this side, you're going to place 1 spruce there, and that's going to be the entrance for the build. So now we're going to get our oak log and place 1 on each corner just to start with. Oh. Okay. And then you're going to grab your dark oak planks, I mean. Also, sorry for using so many blocks at the start, it's just these are going to be used a fair bit throughout the build. So with your dark oak planks, we're going to do on each grass block along here, like this. So that should make the basic square shape of the tower. Now we're going to get our spruce planks again and place 1 on each corner of the oak logs, like this. So now we're going to build each of these to about 7 blocks tall, because we're going to need that as reference for these. So make one of these pillars 7 blocks, and we're going to make each one that tall. So now, on each side of the tower, we're going to have one side, the right side, be 4 blocks tall of spruce, and the other side be 6 blocks tall. So just 1 below the top log. And we're going to do this on all the sides. So this side is 6 blocks, and this side is 4. So, the next step, just to get this out of the way, if this is our door, we're going to get our dark oak stairs and make this 4 blocks tall and connect it like that, and then put 1 oak stair beneath it so that that's our basic entrance done. And we're gonna come and finish this later. It's just we don't need to do that right now. So next, if we get our spruce stairs on each side, on each spruce pillar we have here, we're going to put 1 upside down stair, just like that, on every side. Wait a second. So currently what you should see is that each side, this pillar is 2 blocks taller than this one because there's still 2 oak logs showing there. So next we're going to make these sides meet up with the entrance side on every side. It's a lot of sides, but you know what I mean. So just like that. So the dark oak is the same height as the entrance. And now this is where it's gonna start to get a little bit complicated if you haven't really done detailed Minecraft building before, but we're going to get our spruce slab and we're going to have a little bit of detail. So on each side here, we're going to have one upside down stair like that, and then connect it with a slab, and then put one stair on top of each of those upside down ones, and then connect it with another slab. So sorry if that sounds a little bit basic, but that is quite complicated for some people who don't really do detailed building. But we're going to do this on every side again. Okay, so once you've got that finished, we're going to get our... Wait, what block is it? Our mud bricks and our mud brick stairs. So on each side, on top of the dark oak, we're gonna have one row of mud bricks like this, and then on top of that, we're going to have a stair in the middle and one on each side, like that, on every side again. And now, this is actually going to be quite difficult for people who haven't done much, well, detailed building again, but it won't be too difficult, because if you don't want to make it up yourself, then you can just copy me block by block. So grab your packed mud and your iron bars, and now it's just a matter of making it look natural, but you can copy me if you don't want to do this yourself. So the way I generally do it is you start with maybe 1 or 2 packed mud on each side, and then you slowly work your way up just like this, so that it gradually becomes just packed mud. And we aren't gonna connect them at the top, because what we're going to do in between these 2 pillars is get our iron bars and place 2, and then on top of it place an upside down stair, just like that. So then to do that again, 1 block in between the 2, most likely mud bricks because that looks the best, and then put another upside down stair, 2 iron bars, and an upside down stair. Somehow I got the height right. I didn't even count, but anyway, make sure you make the pillars the same height, and then just sort of repeat that same pattern on every side. So sorry if this is a little bit difficult, but you can just copy me block for block if you don't want to do it yourself. And you want to make sure that you have another layer of blocks on top of the stair. Sorry, I missed that the first time. So once you've finished that, each side should look something like this. So 1 layer of blocks, the window, which as you can see is 4 blocks high, 1 block in between those, and then another window. And make sure there's 1 layer of blocks above the top window. This next part is where it gets interesting, because this is where the tower starts to look like an actual tower, not just a base with a box on top of it. So if you grab your oak wood, you're going to place 1 block out from the pillar on every side, like this. So it should look something like that. And then we're going to get our spruce stair and slab and kind of do the same thing as here, except a little bit different. So 2 stairs and a slab, but then we aren't going to do the top one for now. We're just going to do this bottom part on each side. So now it should be connected and look something like this, with each side having 2 stairs and a slab. And then we're going to build up 1 more pillar and place a row of dark oak planks around the edge like this. So that looks a little bit weird now, but it'll make sense in a little bit. So now we build up another pillar, and this time we're going to actually connect it across the top like this. But before we go any higher, we're going to do one thing quickly. Get your mud brick wall and just place 1 on top of each of these oak wood blocks. So now on each side, we're going to continue this pattern and do 1 oak log one oak wood, so it's 2 blocks out, and do that on each side like this. So now it should look something like it goes 1 block and then 2 blocks, if that makes sense. And before we connect this part, we're going to do, if you grab your spruce fence, on each side we do 1 more wall in the middle and a fence in between each of those. So it should look like this on each side. So now that that's done, it kind of acts as a divider between the base of the tower and the top of the tower. It works pretty well actually, for not many materials. And now we're going to finish off this arch we had at the top with an upright stair, and a slab in between it. And we'll do that on each side to connect it. So now it will all be connected and we can continue the pillars up 2 blocks this time, and we're going to connect them the same way as we just did again, but we're going to add something slightly different in between them. If you get your spruce stairs, you can do this in survival just by crouching here and place 1 upright, 1 upside down, and another 1 upright. So it'll have sort of like a curve pattern, and we're going to repeat this on each side. So now if you've finished that, then it should look like this on each side. We're going to repeat this, but add 2 on each side now. So just like that. And then for the final layer of these poles coming out of the tower, we're going to do 2 oak logs and then an oak wood. So just like that on each side. So now the tower should look kind of cool if you've done everything correctly. It'll have sort of this crosshatch pattern at the top, like you're playing noughts and crosses. And then before we continue this, we have to connect each of these for our main platform. So if you grab your spruce planks, stairs, and slabs, on these middle parts, we're going to have 3 upside down stairs like this, and then 3 spruce slabs, just like that. So it'll be 1 block away from completely filling it in, which does look weird, but it'll make sense once we do the railing later. So once you've got that on each side, on each corner, this might be a little bit difficult to build in survival because you're going to have to crouch over the edge. We're going to do a slab just like that in line with the top of the walls, and then a block, and then an upside down stair each way. So that does look a little bit weird, but it connects the 2 corners and kind of makes it look more natural. So on each side, again, a slab, a block, and 2 stairs, just like that. So now once you've got that finished, then the top should look kind of complete, like a walkable platform. But before we continue upwards, we're just gonna do one thing because I do this all the time when I'm in survival. We're going to connect this all except for 1 block, which I generally prefer to be the back left. Like if this is the entrance. Wait a second, what? If this is the entrance, my bad, then we make the back left a hole so that can be the ladder we climb out of. So now continuing the tower up, we're gonna come back to do the railings in a minute. We do 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side. And then we connect them all with another layer of logs. So it should look like a box on top of the tower. But just to add a little bit of detail to this box, we're going to do on each corner 1 stair like this, so that it makes it look a little bit more like an arch, as you can see, rather than just a box. Hello, thank you for watching part 1 of my first building tutorial. Part 2 will be out as this video is out, so be sure to watch that to finish the tower. But I hope I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Bye bye!